Live television, everybody. Welcome to the Mountain Views program here on Park City Television. It's your pal Ter. If I seem unusually overexcited, it's because I am. I don't think I've been so pleased about a Monday Mountain Views, I guess, since before Sundance, so not that long ago, but it feels like a long time when that's the case because, of course, we've all been very busy, but this weekend was nothing if not a time for recuperation and celebration. I'm mostly celebrating, but a little recuperating too. In any case, excited to be back in the studio, and the warm temperatures today feeling a little bit, just a little bit like springtime. And of course, I'm not rushing into summer because we've got a lot of spring skiing to do around here at Park City Television. Of course, we don't get on the slopes very much in the lead up and during the Sundance Film Festival, so we need lots of quality turns, and maybe a little cooler temperatures and a bunch more pow would be okay too. We'll take it if we can get it. Let's talk about the news. And of course, you really can't talk about much of anything in the world of the news without talking about the Super Bowl. Yeah, that took place. And I got to tell you guys, it's really exciting, kind of a first time for me. I have never, in my 50 years of watching the Super Bowl, enjoyed it so much by just reading what was happening on Facebook. I just stayed on Facebook the whole time, and I got tips on which commercials were good, and I didn't have to get, bogged down by each and every high point and low point of all of these fantastic plays, one after another. And I just got to say, I think Mark Zuckerberg has really hit on the formula for all of us to just live our entire lives online on Facebook. Also, hashtag satire, I'm just kidding. I didn't really do that. But I did spend some time on Facebook yesterday and enjoyed the Zuckerberg's coverage of the Super Bowl. And of course, there's so much to talk about with Peyton Manning, owner of not only 2 Super Bowl trophies now, also still remains after 50 years of Super Bowls, the man with the largest forehead in the history of the National Football League. Congratulations to him on that. He'll probably hold on to that title for some time now, because I don't play football. Yeah, that's why. Big news coming out at halftime, and of course there's a lot to talk about with respect to the halftime show this year, but the biggest news of all, Marshawn Lynch, late of the Seattle Seahawks, beast mode, announcing his retirement this weekend during halftime of the Super Bowl. Great shot of Marshawn's cleats hanging over the telephone wire, as we all do when our sneaks are all done. Marshawn tossed him up and over, and of course he had a little bit of help from the graphic design department there at Nike, so he looked real cool, and it was a great announcement. And a lot of folks, of course, very sad to see Marshawn go, one of the very talented running backs in the game in recent years. Also a very colorful character, as they say, which is media speak for, oh my God, that guy is so weird. But he's a really good football player, and that's kind of what the NFL tries to have their teams possesses as many really great football players as possible. Also a great teammate, Marshawn Lynch. Many of his teammates and also many of his opponents coming out and tweeting congratulations to him for a terrific career, and also for a guy who took a lot of very big, very hard hits in the course of his career. Probably time for Marshawn to not get whacked in the head and get a little bit more of that chronic traumatic encephalopathy that was just the rage at all of the pre-Super Bowl parties this year. Let's talk about commercials for a moment. A lot of folks in the Twitterverse upset with Quicken Loans, or as their new awesome loan service is called, Rocket Loans, because if you just download the Rocket Mortgage app onto your smartphone of choice, then you can get a mortgage in 60 seconds, or at least that's what they implied on the commercial. And a lot of folks, I'm trying to think who all it was. Oh yeah, it was people who've ever had a mortgage was who it was that was really upset about the implication that you could somehow more easily get a mortgage with your Rocket mortgage loan application than going to the bank and 6 months later with weight loss and stress and alopecia happening to you, you're finally awarded your mortgage. Well, Rocket Mortgage is going to take care of that for you. Just download the app and let's all go buy houses tonight. That'll be super fun. More information from halftime, and once again, all I really did was enjoy the reportage on Facebook and various other social media sites for the halftime show. A lot of folks not very impressed with Coldplay. Yeah. Now, I will be honest, in the past, I have liked Coldplay. I have nothing against them. I feel that artistic freedom is an important thing, and they should be able to do whatever they want to do. That being said, no less than two of the two guests that joined Coldplay on stage revealed in subsequent interviews that they have turned down songs written for them by Coldplay frontman Chris Martin, including scene-stealing Beyonce, who said, "Chris, I love you. That song is terrible." Bruno Mars being a little bit more, I don't know, well, I guess less offensive, maybe. Not quite as cute as Beyonce, so there's that thing working. But in any case, Bruno also having turned down a song from Coldplay because Bruno rocks so hard and Coldplay. So maybe next year we'll just go with Bruno Mars and Beyonce, and Super Bowl 51 halftime will be really fantastic. Good news coming out of the Food and Drug Administration. They have ruled and announced today that Chipotle will once again be able to sell their so popular E. coli burritos, which of course had been off the market for a short period of time because of E. coli. Was why. Now, just because they have E. coli doesn't mean they're not delicious burritos. And of course, now with the endorsement of the Food and Drug Administration, you can really enjoy that E. coli burrito with no fear of getting sick unless it's some sort of reaction to E. coli. So go Chipotle. You guys are doing a great job. And finally, Bill Clinton has finally broken his silence in supporting his wife Hillary as she polls for that Democratic nomination for president, coming out today and existing a stinging rebuke to the camp of Bernie Sanders and to his followers, saying they're sexist, they're hard on my wife, and they are trolls. To which the press corps replied, "Were you talking about Bill Clinton?" Awkward silence. Yeah, awkward silence is what happened after that. Bill will be honing his message in the coming weeks to make sure that as they get closer to the Democratic primary, he'll have something to say that will be beneficial to his wife's hopes for the Oval Office. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's get this show going. We have a very special group here tonight. It is their first appearance on the Mountain Views program, but if I have my way, it certainly won't be the last. And you want to pay special attention because they are one of the most buzzed about groups here in Utah happening right now. They had a gigantic Sundance, and it is my sincere pleasure to say to all of you, please welcome and enjoy the song stylings of Canyons.
Fading away again, the grains of sand are slipping right on through. I'm holding your hand in my hand, gripping till the white of the knuckles shine like new when the folks that came to. Never is ever once was two at once, was two at once, was two. River is raging, the rapids caging my thoughts with the sound. No, I'm faking, my hands are shaking by the winding words that canyons cut out in the folks that came to. Never is ever once was two at once, was two at once, was two. Shake it off, try to think of anything I could do. Made your bed, big mess the day before. There's nothing left to say here, left to say. It wouldn't hang in the air for a minute or two. For at once was two. your hand in my hand gripping, till the white of the knuckles shine like new. And the folks who came to never said that once was two, but once was two, but once was two. Hey, I shake it off and try to think of anything I could do and make you better, bigger mess than before. There's nothing left to say here, wouldn't hang in the air for a minute or two, for once was shake it off and try to think of anything I could do and make you better, bigger mess than before. There's nothing left to say here, wouldn't hang in the air for a minute or two, for once was two, once was two.
Big O Tires wants to help you take care of those pesky minor car maintenance issues this month for free. Who else but the team you trust has free February? Come in today for Big O Tires free February. Free flat repairs, free vehicle inspections, free alignment checks, even free peace of mind. With a check engine light code check for free. Get back on the road with the confidence only Big O Tires gives you for free. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Here in Park City, there's a variety of local businesses that offer a wide range of services. From dining to galleries, outdoor adventures, and shopping, there's a lot out there. When looking for a business in Park City, simplify your search with the Park City Business Directory. Just go to visitparkcity.com, click on the Business Directory tab, and search for a local business. By using local businesses, you help boost the local economy and keep your money in Park City.
Hi, I'm George Crandall.
And I'm George's son, Robert Crandall. My granddad started our Summit County Ford dealership in 1946. My dad and I are here to make sure our customers receive the best service of any Utah Ford dealership. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, and if we don't have it, let us find it for you. Come see us and we'll show you why the grass is not always greener on the Wasatch Front.
Buy your vehicle from your local Ford dealer right here in Summit County. Crandall Ford's been operating in Summit County for over 67 years.
We want a long-term relationship with you and your vehicle.
Welcome to Miller Orthodontics, where we are dedicated to creating beautiful smiles. A great smile can inspire confidence and improve self-esteem. Do you feel like your smile could improve? Well, we want to help. Our fun, patient-centered environment and personalized orthodontic care are designed to reveal your best smile. We have over 45 years of combined experience, and at Miller Orthodontics, we treat our patients like family because they are.
Welcome to Park City, a place where days are spent reconnecting with the outdoors and family time is valued above all else. In this quiet mountain town, finding a friend means hitting the trail, and heading down to the river is your only commute. Life's just a little different here. Summit Sotheby's International Realty brings the dreams of owning a home in Park City to life. Here, neighbors create friendships that last generations, and generations of families build a legacy that can only be called Park City.
At Ramp, we make the finest skis and snowboards using futuristic technology right here in Park City, Utah. Our modern manufacturing process utilizes techniques more commonly found in aerospace composite molding. We strictly use top quality, high performance materials. Our unique process allows us to customize the shape of our skis and snowboards on the spot. Our green practices are industry leading, and buying from the factory means much better value. If you believe in U.S. manufacturing, buy Ramp at rampsports.com.
Dr. James Abraham and the Park City Dental Spa provide over 25 years of experience. The Park City Dental Spa, quality dentistry in a tranquil environment.
Western Timber Frames, pergolas, pavilions, and gazebos turn backyards into beautiful, functional living environments for you to create lasting memories. Every job is custom designed and crafted to fit your specific needs and budget. Visit us online at westerntimberframe.com.
I am addicted. I've collected laps before dawn, pushed my body to places I never thought possible. Let music carry me when I couldn't. Measured myself in meters, kilometers, and finally character. I've done it all. And I've done it all right here. Silver Mountain Sports Club.
Midway's favorite family restaurant now has a Park City location. Tarahumara offers authentic Mexican dishes using only the freshest ingredients. Our secret family recipes feature garlic and lime marinated carne asada, fire-grilled street-style tacos, melt-in-your-mouth quesadillas, and sizzling chicken and vegetable fajitas. Choose from over 25 garden fresh salsas at our world-famous salsa bar. Tarahumara, where fresh ingredients meet authentic dishes.
Welcome back. I will say that the band doesn't always get to the couch on their first visit for a full interview. And respect to all the bands that we have on the program here, but tonight is a special night. I've had an opportunity to see this group of wonderful performers on a few occasions now, and so I'm very pleased to have them in the studio. They have gravitas. The songs are great, but without that juice, it just ain't the same. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Hillary and Kate and Cecily Joy and Kenyatta Canyons. Hi, everybody.
How you doing? Hi.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Nice, high energy start. I'm usually not this buoyed on a Monday this early in the show, so thank you for that. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but we're really enjoying it. We're like, you know, a little flock of Dorothys and our Toto.
Now, I understand that there's a thing, a totem, that is a part of Canyons that I'm just going to go ahead and draw attention to the obvious.
Give a tiny hint.
Give a tiny hello with a tenna hand.
My hand is totally hanging out. I'm not as good at it.
You don't realize how famous it is.
The hand.
Oh yeah, it's professionally photographed now. It hangs on the.
It was a Slug magazine and KRCL bulletin board. Yeah.
Well, I can't help. As soon as I saw it, I thought of, and I think it's Kristen Wiig on Saturday Night Live, the one with the tiny hands.
Yeah,
so great, so great. So y'all talk about this group and this vibe that's happening, because it feels like everybody in the music scene is getting behind y'all, and there's a lot of
it's really cool. We have a lot of friends that we've played with for a long time, and who have stepped out of the woodwork to really support us. I think a lot of it is we have just worked really hard. We're a little teeny band. We've been together about 8 months, so we're a little baby. And somehow we got nominated for City Weekly's Folk Artist of the Year, which is awesome. And we're in a good category with a lot of other bands that are great too. And so I think that momentum, we're just kind of riding that train as much as we can.
And I always feel like the nomination is the most important
thing. Totally, because then people are like, oh, that's not just a ski resort, that's also a band.
Exactly. Well, I mean, when we talk about Canyons around Park City Television now, I mean, we're definitely not talking about a ski area.
Yes. Well, it's part of the reason why we chose the name. It's because it's easy to remember, and we find that we've all been in individual different bands before, and you don't, the last thing that you want is for people to walk out and go, oh, I love that group, and then they get home and they wake up in the morning and they're like, oh, who did we see last night? Shubada Bakalaba.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want 20 syllables in your name, and we're like, Canyons, Utah.
Yeah, and we love Utah so much.
Done.
Yeah.
And talk about the music. Things you've done differently before in other groups that you've been in. Is this kind of a culmination of everything that y'all have been working on?
I think so. I think probably the thing that makes it the most unique, at least
I think for all of us in our side conversations of it, is that the creative process alone is different than any other band any of us have been in, and that speaks the loudest than anything, is I've never been able to free flow lyrics like I have, and Cecily have the freedom to, restructure a song in the same way that she has. And Hillary we quite literally will go like, oh, hey, Ed, how does that lunchbox sound? Everyone has the freedom to really create, but at the same time, to have that freedom and have the magic that it actually came together. Yeah. I don't think I've ever created music like this, but I've never been as satisfied with this music as has come together in this project.
Now, Kenyatta is the only member of the group who plays an amplified instrument.
Well, technically, usually I play an acoustic bass, actually. In our NPR video, I actually have a 5-string acoustic that I play. The reason that I brought that is just because it's easier to plug that in and sound good on a television studio as opposed to having a bass that's bigger than I am that I could use as a tent.
And while you're speaking of sound, I think we all should take a moment to give a little round of applause to our man Steve Auerbach from the Music Garage, helping us out. Yep. Fantastic
Thanks,
fellow,
Steve.
Always an inspiration. Great to see you here, brother.
Totally.
So what's happening now? You said that you guys were very busy during Sundance. What's coming up next? Doing a record?
Yeah, we're so excited. We just booked time with Mike Sasich, and he's up for Producer of the Year for City Weekly. So we're gonna work with him, and we're gonna put out a vinyl in May.
So hipster.
I know, right? And I don't know if we can announce who. It might be a double vinyl release with one of our friends. I don't know if we can announce who that is, but
no, we can't.
So exciting.
Still,
very cool. Very cool. That everybody knows.
And is that an aesthetic thing? I mean, obviously, you're not going to sell a ton of vinyl, but without being silly about it, it kind of is a thing that sort of says who we are and what we're about.
Oh no, it was bonding actually, band bonding. When I first moved here, Hillary was the first one to ever give me my first vinyl player. Yeah. I was having a really horrible day, and I just got Brandi Carlile's vinyl for the first time, and she's like, "Go prop this up, go take a bath, and enjoy vinyl." And now we have like old lady nights where we just like drink tea, play vinyl, and
get our ointment.
And get our ointment.
That sounds like so much
It is
fun.
great.
It is pretty fun.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of more of the vinyl nerd. I really like the sound quality and
the drop of the needle and that little crackle.
Well, and really, I feel like with CD releases I've done in the past, we've done online releases with other bands, and music these days is just kind of disposable in a lot of ways. And our vinyl record is going to be a piece of art, and we're really selling it as a piece of art, as a collector's item. We're only going to make a very limited amount. We're only going to release it one night. It's going to be in Ogden at the Lighthouse Lounge because that's our favorite venue. They really have taken a lot of time to make that a great venue for artists and for fans. So
well, I will say that I have a couple of vinyl records from my friends, the Basement Pros.
Oh yeah,
and
love them.
They're displayed prominently in my home because it's just great to have that larger old school format size of the art and all of that
and it will come with a digital download because I mean the goal of this band right now is just to be as heard as much as possible, and so we want people to be able to listen to it in their car, and I don't expect that anyone has a record player in their car.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody does. There's hipsters out there.
Write it down. We're doing
typewriters and record players in their car.
There's probably some dudes that have a really sweet ski van that has mounted.
If you have that, find us.
We'll have one in the helicopter case.
Yeah.
There will be one. Yeah. When the band gets a helicopter, it's on.
Hashtag goals.
Right?
So what's happening for shows coming up? Because I know you've been very busy playing out, and I'm sure there's lots coming up. So let's talk about it.
Event calendar.
Yeah.
I'm the event calendar. We are playing in Ogden at the Sand Trap on the 13th of February. We're going to be, I think, singing a song or two with Jordan Young at the Urban Lounge on the 17th. They're doing a local show that night that's free, which is awesome. We've got a show coming up on February 20th at the Garage with Michelle Moonshine. Nice. So that should be a fun night. And lots of stuff in between. Our website, canyonsmusic.com/tour, has everything we're doing, because that's how we keep track of it. Because otherwise we don't know.
There's just too much.
So much.
Yeah, right now there's a lot.
But we love it.
Yeah.
We love what we do. So.
Well, it clearly shows, and it's great to hear that you're playing with Dear friends of Park City Television, dear friends of mine, and it's so nice to be able to say that you guys have been here and joined the club.
Vice versa. Thank you.
We're excited.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We really feel touched by the couch.
Yeah. I'm going to take a nap. It's nice and comfy.
All right, so we're going to do a commercial break. You're going to come back and play a couple more?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. Okay. Great to see you all. Thank you for being here. Best wishes for huge success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
All right, you guys, quick break. Mike Kilkenstein is coming. We're going to talk about what's happening over in the ski world of ramp sports, weather, and lots more. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'd have to think twice before calling a lawyer if I got hurt. They're too expensive.
What if I told you that hiring a lawyer after an injury is free, and they don't get paid until you do?
Really? Is that true?
It's true. It will never cost you a thing to call Siegfried Jensen if you've been injured. Your first consultation is always free, and we don't get paid unless you do. Call Siegfried Jensen and get the answers you deserve.
Wingpoint Golf Course has a distinctive Scottish flavor and Linkland character, with rolling mounds, native grasses resembling Scottish straw, wildflowers, and bountiful bunkering. Wingpoint has twice been voted one of the top 5 golf courses in Utah by Golf Magazine, and was named one of the state's top 2 public access courses by Golf Digest. With great views of downtown Salt Lake City and the Wasatch, one cannot help but enjoy the experience that Wingpoint has to offer. Also check out our sister courses, Bonneville and Mountain Dell.
Hi, my name is Jim Bisley, and I'm the owner of Park City Rental Properties. We successfully help second homeowners manage, market, and rent properties in the Park City area. With #1 rankings on Google and 4 Park City websites, our owners' properties are easily found on the internet, giving them the maximum ROI. Let us prepare a property performa for your home and show its revenue potential with Park City Rental Properties. As a vacation homeowner myself, I know how important it is to have peace of mind in your management company, and that's exactly what we offer.
We at Diversified Bars and Restaurants invite you to relax, kick back, and enjoy a night in Park City. Our 4 restaurants are the cornerstone of dining and nightlife and offer authentic atmospheres for both locals and visitors alike. So join us and create a night to remember at one or all of Diversified's epic bars and restaurants. Escape the crowds at Boneyard Saloon and Wine Dive, Park City's newest dining destination. 2 extraordinary experiences under one roof. Wine Dive boasts a swanky, upbeat atmosphere featuring unique small plate menu items perfect for sharing with friends. We invite you to raise a glass or two from one of our 16 palate-pleasing wines on tap. Boneyard Saloon has an exceptional selection of over 100 bottled and draft beers, craft cocktails, and elevated bar food with a wood-fired twist. Boneyard Saloon and Wine Dive are conveniently located on Kearns Boulevard, just a block east of the Doubletree Hotel. Sit back in front of the fire. Watch your favorite sporting events and hoist a few beers along with Park City's most colorful group of locals at the No Name Saloon. With Western decor and a rooftop patio, the No Name Saloon in the heart of Main Street has been proudly serving Park City since 1903. Butcher's Chop House and Bar, a local's favorite since 2003. Come enjoy an elegant yet casual atmosphere at the base of the town lift in historic Park City. Our menu features steaks, chops, and seafood with kid-friendly dishes and late-night options until 1 a.m. One brand, one city, 4 epic restaurants. We are diversified.
I'd have to think twice before calling a lawyer if I got hurt. They're too expensive.
What if I told you that hiring a lawyer after an injury is free, and they don't get paid until you do?
Really? Is that true?
It's true. It will never cost you a thing to call Siegfried Jensen if you've been injured. Your first consultation is always free, and we don't get paid unless you do. Call Siegfried Jensen and get the answers you deserve.
The Powder Report is brought to you by Powder Mountain.
Welcome back. Let's talk about the weather. There's beautiful downtown Park City, night skiing in effect, and the shot that we always love to see at the beginning of our weathercast. Let's find out what in the world is happening right now in Park City. 30 degrees with a little bit of cloud cover happening. Be more of that floating in overnight tonight, as you can see. So 17 degrees for the low. Again, still fairly cold temperatures in the overnights, but 40 for the high tomorrow. So things are definitely seeing a warming trend. 36 right now, and overnight tonight, 19 in Salt Lake City. And how about that? 33 degrees expected for the high tomorrow. The expected higher in Park City than SLC. Don't see that very often. On our national satellite map, taking a look at our current conditions with a special respect to pressure systems. As you can see, there is that rather persistent big blue H over northern Utah. But in addition to that, some high pressure happening up along the border and as far down south in Texas. So you can kind of see this southeasterly cast that's happening with this very intense, large area of high pressure systems in the western United States. That has a great impact on what we see. Wow, as it turns out, the National Weather Service is currently telling us that there is no movement in the jet stream whatsoever over the continental United States. I'm not quite sure that I really believe that, National Weather Service, but let's move along and see what it is that's being pushed around by that invisible jet stream. And the story is of a little bit of a canyon, so to speak, here in the western United States. Unfortunately, not a lot of system happening for us here. Now, there is some potentially nascent good news with this system that is to the north and to the west of us. Hopefully that jet stream is moving in a southeasterly direction, although really what we're liking to see is the El Nino combination of weather coming down from the south, or excuse me, from the northwest, bringing that cold air and a moist air coming from the southeast from that El Nino system. But it looks like probably the story for the next couple 3 days is going to be a relative dearth of information to be had as far as weather coming our way. We do have this little pocket of a system that's over us a little bit to the north right now, but that should be clearing out within the next 12 hours or so, but we'll have to see when we look at the extended forecast. Overnight tonight, there are still a few fuchsia color-coded areas, which, as you can see from our scale at the top, is the coldest areas, and our area here in the Intermountain West, one of the coldest areas in the continental United States, of course. Minneapolis and the northern Great Lakes region, always going to be a cold area, but those are the folks who are most used to it. Cold temperatures for what we've seen over the main portion of the winter so far along the Atlantic coast, but continuing precipitation all along. Tomorrow, as you can see, we're not quite completing that crescent from the California, Washington, and Oregon coast all the way across to Florida and across that Gulf of Mexico. Somewhat unusual, surprising that we're seeing a warmer temperature in Dallas, or at least as close to Miami as we can get. That being said, really the story is along that Atlantic coast in the Atlantic Northeast, with most of the weather happening there with pretty temperate conditions, what we would expect in the Intermountain West. 5-day forecast here in Park City, as we were discussing during the commercial break. Not a lot of weather we're expecting to happen unless you consider sunshine and some substantial spring skiing conditions to be weather. Then that's exactly what we're going to have through the end of this work week. Beautiful conditions. I suggest everybody have a little sick day on Friday. We'll join you out on the slopes. Oh yeah. Down in Salt Lake City, temperatures very similar, profile very similar. Cloud cover moving through. Looks like by Wednesday, maybe just a little bit on Thursday, but by Friday, things are going to be cleared off and very beautiful, right at 50 degrees down in the valley. Finally, desert communities, Moab to the south and to the east of us, a very similar profile, with the exception that Moab's going to get almost to 60 degrees by the end of the week. And finally, in St. George, what you would expect in the Southwest desert. Sun, and more sun. And by the time we get to Friday, as you can see, room temperature. So it will certainly be beautiful down in STGUT, without a doubt. That is our weather. That's Main Street. Still folks moving stuff in and out, as indicated by those moving vans. That being said, Monday night, a great night to get out on Main Street. I'll see you out there. That's the weather. More music with Canyons right after this. Please stay tuned, because I love you.
Julie Hopkins has lived in resort markets her entire life and knows the Park City lifestyle. Call Julie Hopkins for any real estate needs at 435-901-0616.
Park City Host is an all-encompassing property services company. We offer second homeowners, transportation, home maintenance, bookings, ski rental, grocery delivery and more. We take care of everything so you don't have to. Check us out at parkcityhost.com.
Where's the best local mattress store for Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster mattresses? The Park City Mattress Company in Redstone Village at Kimball Junction is one of the top mattress stores in Utah. Your #1 local choice for Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster mattresses. So guess who has the best prices for mattresses and will not be undersold? Yes, that's right, the Park City Mattress Company in Redstone Village at Kimball Junction. Come in today to the Park City Mattress Company or call us at 435-575-BED.
The Egyptian Theater hosts a variety of theater, comedy, musical acts, special events, community functions, and more. The Egyptian Theater functions as a landmark venue on Park City's Main Street while retaining the distinctive flavor of years gone by. See our calendar of events at parkcityshows.com.
The Torchlight Inn, Park City's newest bed and breakfast, is just a snowball's throw from historic Main Street. The Torchlight Inn perfectly combines a boutique hotel atmosphere with a personalized bed and breakfast experience. Guests are welcomed every morning in our great room for a delicious homemade breakfast. Each room is perfectly appointed with fireplaces and decks overlooking Old Town. The Torchlight Inn, where epic days are just footsteps away.
Red Ledges is a four-season community only minutes from Park City. We offer the ideal balance of convenience, privacy, and luxury, along with a lifestyle to engage the whole family. Here, mountain contemporary architecture blends beautifully with the grandeur of the Rocky Mountains. Homes and home sites available. Call or stop by today to learn how you can live the Red Ledges lifestyle. Red Ledges, it's the best club selection you'll ever make.
Receive top quality flight training or take a scenic flight with Randon Aviation. Right now is the best time to fly. 30-minute flights are $95 and 1-hour flights are $190. Randon Aviation, it's time to fly.
Once again, canyons.
Not the words to the song, it's how it's in my favorite key. It's how the water over stone makes the river sing. You wrote a 9-page love letter, but baby, here's the thing. When I saw it was written in my favorite color, I knew you were the one for me. And sometimes late at night, I converse with the moon. Tells me about the sun, and I tell about you. And when we talk about forever, it seems too short, too soon. And all the great loves we remember had a storm to get through. You were waiting so long, you said I thought you forgot. I said I can't forget through the emptiness I feel when you're gone. It's not the words to the song, it's how I feel you in the beat. How our heartstrings ring out loud in harmony. And sometimes late at night, I converse with the moon. Tells me about the sun, and I tell about you. When we talk about forever, it seems too short, too soon. And all the great loves we remember had a storm to get through. All you can know is how we feel. It's a short stick and typical of a raw deal. But when it's good it will show. It can't help us heal. All deeper you go, we remember had a storm to get through. Let the cold winds blow. We know we can make it through.
The Eating Establishment has been serving Park City's breakfast, lunch, and dinner since 1972. Cap off a day on the slopes with a delicious dinner for the entire family. We invite you to dine at the Eating Establishment and experience for yourself why we say we offer some of the best dining values on Main Street.
Amounts of snowfall, endless terrain, and a season that doesn't seem to end, we asked ourselves, how do you make a better bird? It starts with millions in resort improvements, including new developments, remodels, and updated technology to get you on the hill faster. This is going to be the best bird ever.
Park City Host is an all-encompassing property services company. We offer second homeowners, transportation, home maintenance, bookings, ski rental, grocery delivery, and more. We take care of everything so you don't have to. Check us out at parkcityhost.com.
Come in and enjoy an international cuisine at Adolph's Restaurant. Bring in your family for an authentic Swiss fondue, and for a great dessert, try our chocolate fondue. Located at 1500 Kearns Boulevard. Open nightly.
What draws you, consumes you? There are places in this world we simply have to go, and so we do. What gives you life?
Everyone loves to vacation in Park City, Deer Valley, and the canyons. Your vacation is precious time to relax with family and friends. Choosing the perfect place to stay is key. Are you staying in the perfect vacation rental right now? Park City Rental Properties has over 80 vacation properties. From affordable condos to luxury homes, we have a wide variety of great rentals so that you can have the perfect vacation. So give yourself the best vacation and go to parkcityvacationrentals.com.
Alpaca International is where quality Peruvian workmanship can be found. Alpaca International has wool garments and accessories with a luxurious, soft feel in the most vibrant and exciting colors. Visit us at 614 Main Street near Heber Avenue.
Welcome back. I did intone spring skiing just before we came into this segment, and that's because Sundance is over, so I'm playing hooky. And when I'm playing hooky and I'm on the mountain, I am on my favorite board in the whole wide world. The fellow who makes these skis and snowboards at Ramp Sports is with me tonight, and whether it's my prickly pear or my tumbleweed, I am always loving life, and it's always great to welcome back to the Mountain Views program, Parkite and special friend, Mike Kilkenstein. What's up, brother?
Hi, Terry.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you, too.
Are you running for office? Is that
no.
haircut?
Yes. No, I'm not running for office.
No?
And I did get a haircut. I needed one.
Happy spring.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Today it's kind of starting to feel a little bit like spring. I noticed I was overdressed when I skied Saturday. made me think that
As was I.
There's a slight change in the weather going on.
I sent all my tank tops to the dry cleaners, so I just had to go with
you
the
were in
rags
trouble,
this weekend.
huh? Oh, I'm the king of overdressing. I hate to get cold.
It's true. I hate to get cold too.
Overdid the overdressing. So anyway, but I love it when it starts to get to be this time of year because the snow's perfect. The days are a little longer.
Yep.
Warms up during the day.
And it's not too cold in the morning, so
it's best time of year.
Indeed. What's new with you, man?
Well, I just was traveling a lot. We were over in Colorado for the SIA show, meeting with magazines and things like that to get organized for the gear guide test for the 16-17 product, and got to ski a little bit while I was over there.
That's good. Where'd you go?
Had powder days everywhere I went.
Wow, nice.
Where did I go? I went to Copper, Keystone, and Beaver Creek. And Saturday I had to go up to Sun Valley for a wedding, so I got to ski there Saturday too. So I've been having a very nice week and a half or so.
Tough times for the Kilk, man.
Yeah.
Like, how could it get any better?
Well, it actually was even better because this new 16-17 product we have, which is virtually a third lighter, is pretty incredible. People are
a third again.
Right. It's pretty special. I think that everybody knows light product's better for going up, and traditionally light product gets pigeonholed as touring equipment.
Right.
But recently there's a trend toward lighter product that's just as good or even better as like all mountain expert product, which of course makes it very versatile. And so we have 3 new snowboards and a whole lineup of skis coming with that light technology. And I brought our Tumbleweed, which is by far our best-selling snowboard, and our new ski called the Shebang. I like to think of that as like if you're at a car show and you're looking at a concept car, something very futuristic.
Interesting.
The side cut of that ski is very dramatic. Like even a carving ski normally has about a 14-meter radius. That has a 7.6-meter radius. So you can go out on that ski any day and be having a very good time.
Very cool. And, and I can see the difference in the side cut from here.
Oh yeah. No, that ski is it's very dynamic, and what's cool is it has enough early rise in the tip and tail, quite a bit, like a powder ski would have, so that it's catch free. And what's interesting about that kind of ski is, the contact point is way back here on the tip and way up here on the tail. So on a grimmer day, you're only skiing on that part of the ski. But then if it turns into a powder day, the whole thing comes into play and you're on like a big mountain ski. So I think it's a very futuristic shape that's incredibly versatile. But that's one of the fun things about having a factory like ours is we can try anything that we can imagine. So it's fun.
Talk a little bit about that if you would, because as we've done these segments over time, and every time you come with new product, it's lighter, it's stronger, it has better performance characteristics. How do you compare yourself in your manufacturing process? Obviously I know that the basic kind of fixed investment for traditional ski companies is much, much bigger, and what you guys are doing is very just in time, it's very new. But in terms of trends, do you feel like you're ahead of trend because you're able to try things more often than just kind of one season per year?
Yeah, I think this, the factory, one of our goals was to have a much more flexible process. What was frustrating, I think, before when we were an outsourcing company is you try to look down the road at where shapes are going, and you try to determine, okay, we think this 100-millimeter ski like our Groundhog is going to be, a 21-meter radius, and so you create all the tooling and you buy all the molds, and it's very expensive, the tooling. But then the problem is what's changing the quickest right now are shapes. And so we found that very frustrating. And so when we created this factory, we had this idea and we applied for a patent on it, and it was granted this past spring. But we can make any shape we want just by changing computer programs that cut the bases. And so if we decide that the 100-millimeter ski should have a 17-meter radius, which is what it now does, we just changed the computer DXF files so that the bases are cut differently, and that's our new side cut. So what that has allowed us to do is, once we got really caught up with the new factory, which took, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years to get really dialed, then I told the engineer, now you can do anything you want, like go crazy. And he came up with 3 really different shapes. And 2 of them didn't work at all. One of them I barely could get down the hill. One of them you could get down the hill, but you could tell it wasn't going anywhere. But this one, even the very first pair was really exciting because you could go out on any kind of snow. But you know, when you get into something like this, what's really interesting is you have to almost think the opposite way, because there's so much side cut. Like the first pair, a lot of our guys are like, oh, it feels like it needs to get stiffer. The edge grip's not quite good enough. And I said, I actually think it probably needs to get softer in the middle, because when you have this much side cut, the ski has to flex so much to actually engage the whole ski. Like you tip a ski like that over and you can see there's a really dramatic shape that's created by that arc. And so when you think about it, and it goes against the thinking in the past, is if you want to get better edge grip from a ski like that, you actually have to make it softer in the middle so the whole ski can flex and engage and make a nice smooth round turn. So I think it was like the 4th version of it that was just right. But what's really cool in our factory is we can change and adapt really quickly, so it's letting us be pretty creative at this point. And we started making this light product a couple of years ago for a company in France. Our engineer is a French guy that used to also work with me when I was at Rossignol, and he's in this town and he knows these guys there that needed light touring equipment to be made. So we started playing around with these new really exotic structures with all the carbon and Kevlar and 3-piece lighter cores, and we felt like we had something that was really promising because it was light, but it also skied downhill so well. So now we're on generation 3 or 4 of that, and it's exciting. I was skiing with the magazine editors in like the very beginning of December, and people were pretty excited about how well this product skis fast downhill.
And were they surprised by that? I mean, are there still biases that you encounter that you're having to get past at this point?
It depends on which magazine. It's funny because some of the magazines now don't even view the little indie brands as different than the bigger brands, and they do the magazine tests all together. And there's still some that still do like one test for the big companies and another test for the indie brands. But you know, I know some of them pretty well, and they were like, you know, it got to the point where there really wasn't a distinction anymore, so like, why do it? And plus the indie brands, I think, bring some kind of, I don't know, a little bit of excitement to the whole thing.
Of course.
Because it's new and different, and it's
the upstarts are what keep the industry fresh, right?
Yeah, I think so, and it's a lot like a lot of consumer brands right now, or products, you know, consumers want to buy like small craft brewed beer and smaller brands of this.
Just don't sell out to Anheuser-Busch, whatever you do.
Actually, I like Anheuser-Busch myself personally.
I like a good Bud once in a while, but I just don't want to mess with my microbrews, bro.
No, that's true. But you know what else I like about them? They buy Bud Light skis that we make for them.
That's true.
And that makes me like them a lot. They're nice guys, actually, even though they're big. But yeah, it's been good. And anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about when I was here today is the fact that we're doing a big ski sale and snowboard sale right now.
Excellent.
And we're doing it earlier than normal because we're trying to make room to get really clean so we can launch this whole line of lightweight equipment, because every single ski and snowboard is changing. So anyway, we're doing skis right now for $399 and snowboards for $299. And if you come into demo, we give you an extra special deal on the bindings to go with it. So we're having a huge week right now.
I'm sure you are. And there's the website right there, rampsports.com.
Yeah. People are buying a lot of skis and snowboards right now. I guess it goes to show that if you make the price good,
that's right,
people will come.
Something in those two things.
Yes.
Mike, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in.
Yes,
best wishes for continued success. Love the product and so happy that you're here in Park City.
Well, thanks. We are too, and thanks for having us.
You bet, always. Thanks, Mike. All right, quick break, a little commercial action, and then Canyons is coming back. Rock the house. Don't go away.
If I was hurt, well, I don't think I'd need to call a lawyer. I could handle it myself.
What if I told you that hiring a lawyer after a serious injury could result in you getting more money than if you handled your case alone?
Seriously? I guess it'd be worth a call.
Insurance companies love taking advantage of people who try to handle their injury cases alone. That's why you need an experienced attorney. We hold insurance companies accountable to treat people fairly. Don't go it alone. Call Siegfried & Jensen.
Hello, Park City. I'm Jolene Cahill. I'm here at the beautiful Victory Ranch and the Upper Provo River. And right behind me is the lovely Freestone Lodge. Victory Ranch features fly fishing for its members and guests, along with the Reese Jones Golf Course, 5-stand shooting, and a ski and ski out lodge at Park City Mountain Resort. The new post will be completed this fall and features swimming pools and an outfitter's cabins for guests and members. And the cabins here start at $1.3 million. Home sites are starting at $400,000. If you'd like to take a tour, give me a call at 435-513-1200.
The Park City bus system offers fast, convenient transportation free of charge. Hop on and get to where you're going fast. Several different lines provide service from Deer Valley all the way to Kimball Junction. With so many stops, it's almost certain your destination will be mere steps away. So skip the hassle of driving and parking when moving around Park City. This is all made possible with local tax dollars. So next time you have a choice, keep it PC by buying local to support Park City's free bus system.
Do you know Snow Basin Resort? Where 3,000 skiable acres and 2 high-speed gondolas meet a family-friendly environment. Where a huge variety of diverse terrain and amazing lodges with gourmet food add up to one of the best ski values in Utah. Looking for a great deal? Now you can save up to 40% off your day tickets when you buy online in advance. Visit snowbasin.com for details. Snow Basin Resort. Closer than you think. More than you imagined.
Park City Hosts is an all-encompassing property service company. Turn the details over to us. We take care of everything, so you don't have to. Check us out at parkcityhosts.com or call us at 435-200-5666.
Give your Italian taste buds a delightful experience at Mangia Neapolitan Pizzeria, where we celebrate fresh, artisan pizza. Our whole wheat pizza crust has been described as heavenly, crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. Our custom crafted pies feature only the freshest meat and vegetable toppings, delectable sauces, and 100% natural mozzarella cheese. Dine in, pick up, or call for delivery at Mangia Neapolitan Pizzeria, located in Park City at the Snow Creek Plaza.
On the next Mountain Morning Show, more of our coverage here at Park City Television from the World Cup and the Grand Prix. Then, of course, we'll get a call in from Sundance Resort. We'll be in the kitchen with the Utah Opera. That and much more. We'll see you guys then. Have a good one.
Friends, thank you for watching the show this evening. I love my job, and it's only because you tune in. We'll be back tomorrow night with more show live at 6 and 11. But right now, let's do this one more time. This is Canyons.
I sure hope there's a bit of Ohio buried somewhere deep beneath my bones. If I searched hard enough, I could find that little girl who never had to sing of loss and love. I can still hear the falls of chagrin. I can still hear the laughter of my friends. Though it seems like a dream, the leaves have yet to change, and in my mind, I am back in Ohio. Those days so carelessly I spent my youth, they made so much sense. I've got to get back to Ohio. Oh, I've got to get back to Ohio. Play the piano for hours. I would take the longer way for the flowers, and I would climb that old tree, pretending it was home. And for me, it was home in Ohio. I would sit alone and think on the bus. But now I'm prone to think way too much. 'Cause all I had was a stream of blood in summer, and for me was love. Those days so carelessly I spent my youth, they've made so much since
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4.